Y'all done push that button about to receive some bacon. All right. So this here coming from the Telegraph. They done got this video of this guy. He about to take and he about to slap a Muslim woman with some bacon. All right. So here's what be happen. And they say raceless, yeah, Israel scum and whatnot. You know what? If a man yells Allah Akbar and then blows something up, how come y'all say, oh, no, we don't know, it's something in Arabic. But if he yells Israel scum, you say, oh, this guy's a racist. How come you can attribute motive one way but not the other? That doesn't bother me. But that to say, it's an interesting situation here. Because you got people who are fed up with all this crap. And what's going on is that they're fed up. You've got all these people who are up in government saying, hey, you know, we gotta be careful. We gotta make sure we don't offend the Muslims and everything. And we gotta give them their Sharia courts. We gotta give them their halal this and that. And yet you got all the people who have been living in these places for generations past that are now having to conform. You're gonna get people who are frustrated. I ain't gonna recommend violence. I ain't about the violence here. I think we can handle this in political ways. But first we gotta vote all these idiots out. All the ones saying, hey, we gotta add more refugees. We gotta do this. We gotta bring them in. We gotta cater to them. No. That ain't gonna work. All that's gonna do is create a powder keg, because at some point you're gonna get violence from one side or the other. And I'm not condoning it. I'm saying this is what happens. This is what happens because people get frustrated of having to walk on eggshells. And as a result, y'all end up with people slapping them with bacon, driving trucks into mosques. And for crying out loud, are they ever going to do a thorough investigation of what that mosque is actually preaching? Because there are mosques that are preaching death to the West, and they're getting away with it, and they're ginning up all this support for ISIS. That is aiding terrorism. And when that stuff happens, you need to make sure you're talking in the right for the country. I don't know what to say at this point, because quite honestly, we got a lot of idiots in office who are pro-Muslim and not pro-state, but pro-Muslim. And they're letting all these people in like it's going to keep them in power and whatnot. And you realize that over time, when you get to a certain point, the Muslims start pushing out people. How many, tell me, what are the rights of the Coptic Christians in Egypt? Because after Egypt had its Muslim revolution, and now it's, I believe they're about 70%. My numbers might be wrong here, but the majority of them, and we're hearing about Christians that are being killed for being Christians. In fact, in the Quran, it basically says that they will pay the jizya. The jizya. If you are a Jew or a Christian, so that you feel subdued. They basically make these people, they call them street sweepers, by the way. They call them street sweepers because they won't let the Christians or nobody have a good job. They want them to stay the menial ones. They want them to be impoverished, and they want to wreck their lives. And that's the way it goes in these Muslim countries. We don't want that. We don't want that, and the educated people know what's up. But you get the people who are like this fool who is acting out because he's got frustration. I guarantee he's got frustration. This ain't the way it is. Y'all got to take and learn yourself something about Islam there. Read a Quran. I challenge you, read a Quran and then tell me how much of a religion of peace it is. Because there are more verses, more sunnah. No, ayats. Ayats, I think this is what they call them. Either way, there are more verses in the Quran that basically talk about how to kill and whatnot and subdue the non-believers than there are ones saying, hey, we're going to permit these people to be around. And if you read the Hadith, oh my gosh, that's going to show you a thing or two. Muhammad even said, I have been made victorious through terror. What kind of religion says I have been made victorious through terror? Think about that. Bacon Project.